I did want to pass out my information. I live in District 2. Would you like it?
Oh, you're running for mayor?
That's correct. How long has that cable downstairs been hanging that low?
The one in the parking lot?
In the back parking lot. Would that be considered an emergency? Get him out here today, kind of a thing? Here on 125th Street. I'm in the back building of my commissioner's office. This is Marlene Bastian. She's been in office for about, I think she took over in January. So what are we at, four months? I want to give her 6 months. She got elected in November. And just wanted to show you guys this area. This is North Miami Beach, where this office is. She does have 2 offices. And this is one of the primary offices. But anyway, 915, I'll put the address on the screen. This I do want to point out. This is very concerning because I couldn't drive through here. And if I try to come out, it's not going to be through here. Now, you see she has Marlene Bastian van over there and the Miami-Dade County truck over here for Marlene Bastian. So this is very concerning. I do not know how long it's been here. It's only my first day here to visit Marlene Bastian. I have seen this before. It is very low, never this low. You can see if I come up to it, it's about 1 foot above my head. I mean, you can see I'm barely clearing it. So all of this is very concerning. My purpose here today is just to announce myself, let her know who I am, let her know that I'm running for mayor of Miami-Dade County. I'm not soliciting any votes. I am not asking anyone to vote for me. In fact, I'm just going to start saying don't vote for me because I am not here to solicit any votes. I found it's easier when Commissioner Monestein was here. It's easier to come in through the backside. Call box number is 200, and then the phone number is 305-694-2779. Let's do the call box. So we'll go 200#. Oh, access granted. I think it worked the first way. All right, so now we're in the building and there is an elevator, but I'm going to take the stairs. Again, I've been here before trying to meet with my commissioner back in the day. That did not go well. I was never able to meet with my commissioner. All right, so we're in 2A. This is suite 2A here. All right. Oh, don't lose me. Don't lose me. There we go. So here's what a community commissioners meeting lobby, or office, lobby would look like. And it's small. Like I said, you could take the elevators. There's a vacant room over there. It's probably some type of room. Hi, may I come in? And this is the office I came in when Monestein was here. Hello. May I come in? Good.
Good.
May I come in?
Give us a second.
Sure. Naturally, the cameras do make everybody a little off-putting. But that's what they do. They close the door. Well, I'm in the doorway. Let me not come in all the way. I do like to see the reaction everyone does have when we try to be transparent. You know what? This drives me crazy. Let me see if I can put this down like this. See how that does. How's it going?
Hi, how are you?
Good. May I come in?
Yes. How can we help you?
Cool. If I can, I'm just going to set this down. So my name is Miguel El Skipper Quintero. I have spoken to Marlene before she was elected, and she actually asked, oh, look at this, come on. Oh, the YouTube is difficult. I'm just going to put this here. And I am not here to solicit any votes. In fact, I tell everybody don't vote for me. But I did want to pass out my information. I live in District 2. Would you like it?
Oh, you're running for mayor, aren't
That's
you?
correct.
I read your story on Political Cortadito.
Political Cortadito, yeah. She wasn't a big fan of mine, which is great. I love journalism. It's essentially what I do. I did study journalism in college. And she was lovely, but she didn't pay me in the finest, let's see if I can fix this, in the finest light. Well, come on. Technology. Well, I guess it's going to be like that. So anyway, oh, there we go.
How's the campaign going?
It's impossible.
So you're running for mayor for Dade County, right?
Miami-Dade County, correct.
Miami-Dade County.
So, but if you did want my information, I can leave it here for you. Do whatever you want with it. You can follow my YouTube channel. Basically, what I do is I hold the county accountable for all their decisions and let people know and I get people excited about how county works. And I was doing that before I decided to run for mayor. Now I'm doing it as I run for mayor. I have no clue what I'm doing. I make it very clear to everybody in my audience. I'm figuring it out as I go. I know that Commissioner Bastian also had like a 6-month or has a 6-month window of learning and figuring out how the county works. And I'm assuming, and I like that. I like people who have never run for political office, even though she was in office of some sort, to run for office, and it's a beautiful thing. So I'm showing the whole process and how that works and educating people on how the Miami-Dade County operates. And I'm just scratching the surface. I really have very little idea. But it is a campaign promise of mine that I'll put a live camera in the mayor's office because it's not my office, it's the people's office. That's just my approach.
Yeah.
So I was hoping to speak with, now I live in District 2, just outside, I'm sure you're familiar with Arthur Woodard Park.
Yeah.
They just recently made the news, unfortunately, in a very bad way. But I actually live on that lake, and now everything that's going on with Lake Sana and the developments they want there, apparently it was, the board voted last night 2-2, which I don't understand the whole 2-2 because I thought there was more that were voting, but 2-2, so now it's going to be pushed off to May 17. I definitely wanted to know what our commissioner for this district, her thoughts on that are, and everything that I do, I'd like to publish on YouTube. That way, those who get to know, everyone can get to know where we're at and what the leanings are, or what the concerns might be for the community.
Absolutely. This is the county's office. This is the people's office, anyways.
Excellent.
And I don't think we have met, or you haven't met with the office either.
Not yet.
So
That's why
passing by.
Thank you.
I did read in the article there's you weren't able to get too much in contact with the previous commissioner.
Correct.
And that is unfortunate, but it is something that, well, we're a whole new office. We're very different.
Exactly. And I've taken my time, and I've made it clear to my audience, that I wanted to take my time so Commissioner Bastian can settle in and come up to speed on. It's a lot. I know it's a lot that she has to take on, and to come up to speed on. But now I'm here, and I'd love to meet with my commissioner and talk about the issues for this district, how I can help as a small business owner.
Actually, on the topic of small business, since maybe you can help us with an audience, we are hosting a financial literacy workshop. And I don't know if you would like to take
I would.
a flyer or a few. We're hosting that this Friday.
And give me a gist of what would be discussed at the financial literacy workshop, please.
This one is being run by Mr. Max, who's our small business developer. Not developer, but helps develop the small businesses in our community.
Okay.
Process is who's going to present. Okay, so this is our working agenda, so it's not finalized, but
That's
I
fine.
think today we did finalize it. The small business, how can small businesses benefit from the library system? The library has a lot more resources than I thought they did. Scale Lab 305, it's going to be hosted by the Haitian Hackoff, which is...
Right, it's...
Haitian...
No, I do have it, because I actually went to that. So with Strive 305, I went to their inauguration. I mean, they've been around, but for the new building, it is Chamber of Commerce, the Haitian American Chamber of Commerce of Florida. So it's
there we
Hackoff.
go. This theme is more focused on small businesses, how to help them organize their finances. And then also to answer your question about the voting that you had just asked?
Not necessarily the voting. I'd like to, so my main purpose is to come and see how I can meet with my commissioner.
Oh, okay.
And with Commissioner Montesini, I went through and even Mayor Daniela Vincava, I had to go through this official email.
Yes.
So I did that, and with Commissioner Montesine, I did it several times, and there was no response. And there were different people from the team that worked with me at Commissioner Montesine's office, but nothing ever really got done. It was more just to, you know, say that they met with me, but nothing ever really got done.
Did you recently send an email to us?
No, not yet. So I'm here to get the email, let the viewers know what email they can use to set up a meeting with their commissioner.
Absolutely.
And is Commissioner Bastian willing to meet with the constituency?
Yeah, we've hosted plenty of constituency, even though we're a fresh office.
Oh, great. I mean, it's only because I haven't received anything, how to meet with my commissioner, but I think that's great. And I'd love for the viewers to know how and when the commissioner likes to meet with the constituency.
Yeah, we hosted a town hall, and actually we're right now organizing in the community of Ponciana. We're going to host a cook-off.
Okay.
I'm working right now on the flyer because it will be April 29th from 12 to 3.
Okay.
And it's more because we hosted before I came into the office, I know we hosted a town hall in the same area. But this time we wanted to do something maybe a little bit more informal, just instead of to just have the commissioner and Mayor Cava's also going to be there to be able to just chat in an informal setting. There's everything's kind of technically also public record too. So
that is correct. It's just hard, even for someone like me who's involved. It is really, really hard to find all the public records. And now I'm getting more, when I request public records, everybody knows who I am. You knew who I was. Everybody in certain departments, a lot of people in certain departments know who I am. And now it's, they're getting it out. But I call them out. I have an attorney. We are in the process of a TRO on my side. The county has come onto my property without a warrant, search and seizures, taking pictures. And I've caught the county doing a lot of legal things, so now I'm getting more attention. And I'd like to bring this up to Commissioner Bastian because
you
it's
are
scary.
A constituent of District 2 as well. So it is something that in our capacity, if we could help, we definitely will put our best foot forward.
Ultimately, nobody has more power than the Board of County Commissioners in Miami-Dade County, not even the mayor. It's just the mayor has a big influence, of course. But at the end of the day, the Board of County Commissioners as a whole have great, great power. So they should be aware of what some of the departments are doing. And it's under the mayor's direction. At the end of the day, she can hire and fire at will. So I'd like to bring up what I have discovered in the past 2.5 years that the county has been doing illegally. Again, it's all on YouTube. But if she wanted to sit down with me, I'd love to sit down with her. I do want to. I would very much like to, so that she can start, and the team can start looking into the different departments. I think there's 27. I've focused on 3, so I still have to hit up other departments.
Yeah.
And start
I'm
seeing
still
what they're
figuring
doing.
out the process myself.
It's a lot.
Trying to find, what do they call it? Like not finding the wrong door. Yeah.
It's a lot.
How you
Hello.
doing?
Hello. Welcome.
Bonjour. Let me see if I have one.
And please remember, this is not a solicitation. This is just so you have my phone number.
Yeah.
These were made before I officially announced, because I think I'm going to get in trouble because it doesn't say paid for by, but this was done before I officially announced that I was running for mayor. So I do tell everybody just off the bat, do not vote for me. This is not a solicitation for a vote. This is just so you have my phone number.
But I wonder how it would look like.
It's hard.
Do you think there would be an ethical issue?
They're going to bring it up. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be taken to court.
Yeah. No, but I mean, like, because
I have no
if
clue.
we have your cards here, then it looks like, I think, wouldn't our
Well, if you want,
office
just take down, don't worry about it, take down my phone number.
Okay, cool.
That way you can contact
Wait,
me
let me see
directly.
if I got one of my cards.
Remember, don't vote for me. I do not solicit votes. The chances of me becoming mayor are 1 in probably a million. But I still think I can make some waves.
Why not?
Yes, sir. And I am trying to expose loopholes in the system. I'm trying to expose how things could go down. So I do my own ethical stuff, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be in court over some of this stuff because I really have no clue what I'm doing. I'm learning as I go.
Well, that is sometimes the best way to learn.
I agree. Sometimes that is the best way to learn because my feet are at the fire now, and I'm terrified of this whole process. And again, I'm not backed by either party. I know Daniela Vincava is, and there's going to be someone. I already have heard it through the grapevine. The Republican side is going to choose someone, and well, I'm never going to be able to compete with that kind of money. But I am still a voice in the community, and I think we can.
And you're still our constituent.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So already I've gotten way better service than I did with Commissioner Monestein. If he ever runs
appreciate
for
that.
office, I will be there to say don't vote for him. But I was very happy. I did vote for Marlene Bastian. Is Marlene Bastian an attorney?
No.
No. She was a social worker. But she was,
She used to work for Jackson Regional Hospital.
okay. But she never worked for the county before that?
Never worked for the county.
Very good.
She
And
has
that's,
a non-profit organization.
okay.
Oh, yeah, FAM.
Fine,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I like those who are not in political life to come into office and
It's a breath of fresh air sometimes.
yes,
What a
and
pleasure.
and she's working harder than anybody else
Oh,
because
yeah.
it's
Over
scary.
40 years,
Yeah.
she's been fighting the cause of community.
well, I'm a big supporter. So hopefully she does well. Anything that I do and say, it is for accountability and transparency. I have no malice, not like Monestein. I was very upset with Monestein.
Well, we're glad that you're giving us a chance to prove that we are a very different office.
Thank you.
And if you send me, so I'm Roger Castano.
Okay.
And then if you send me an email there, I'll speak with Patricia.
Okay.
I'll update her on everything.
And I can
And
do an
then see if
official
we could set
request.
up- huh?
Yeah, I was gonna say, and that I can do that. That would be an
Yeah,
official request.
If you could send me the email,
Mhm.
yeah. But I'll be letting Patricia know, and then let me get your number.
This is YouTube channel, has nothing to do with my name on there, but I mean, it's obviously my YouTube channel. I started that
Miami
before
Circus.
Miami Circus. You see that? Isn't that funny?
I like that.
It worked out really well because, well, politics is a circus, right? So it worked out really well. I actually have a circus company, and I'm a producer of circus events and entertainment.
I saw that what is it? Is it pronounced trapeze?
That's right,
Trapeze?
trapeze.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
flying
that-
trapeze. That's I specialize in that, but I do everything circus. When I first started, I was a tissue guy or chiffon, depends how you call it. And then I fell into flying trapeze, fell in love with it, and said, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And I'm retired. I'm not a performer anymore, but I am a coach, instructor, and then producer. And that works out really well in my latter years. So you have my information.
Yeah.
If I really would like to meet with the commissioner and talk about the issues specifically with code enforcement. Oh, there you go. Just get back
Code
to me.
enforcement.
So with code enforcement and small businesses, home-based businesses, the trapeze itself, it's a giant swing set. That's the purpose of it. I feel like the county doesn't want to back down, and it's something that she should look into because the state of Florida has passed laws. And is Miami-Dade County using the charter? And so some of the questions I would ask is Miami-Dade County using the home rule charter to bypass Florida law? When it specifically says in the charter, because now I'm diving in deep to all these things, specifically says in Florida law that code is still supreme. Florida code is still supreme law of the land. And when code enforcement issues citations, they're still quoting Florida statutes. Yet they don't want to honor some Florida statutes, specifically to small home-based businesses. What could be done if I can prove retaliation? Because I'm going to go through the court system no matter what, because this has been going on for far too long. But I'd like to know, I'd just like to bring it to her attention. She doesn't have to give me any answers. That will come in the future, and how she wants to approach it. But because Miami-Dade County is trying to invoke its small business say and education in the county in general, and I think every commissioner, most every commissioner is getting behind it, to me it's very dangerous. I've had 12 small businesses, from restaurants to car dealership, paint shop, and now entertainment.
Not all in the same house.
No,
Okay.
no. I started at 20 years old. I have failed at every single one of them. I've had 12. Every single one has failed. This is the first one that has a fighting chance. So when government wants to get involved into small businesses, I think it's very dangerous because they'll hype it up and say, okay, you got to do these and make it exciting. People need to actually hear the same amount of, it's exciting to start a small business as 9 out of 10 small businesses fail. You know, and it's dangerous for the government to come in and tell people, get out there and start a small business, when the reality is small businesses are overregulated and you will lose everything. You couldn't pay me to start a restaurant again. I've already had 2, I've lost everything. You couldn't pay me to paint cars again because it's overregulated, and for good reason. But only big businesses can compete and create everything that you need. And the small businesses, they're just not going to do well. So dealerships, I was one of the last lucky ones back in 1999, 2000, to get a used car dealership lot, an independent dealer's license. You wouldn't be able to get that today without a great amount of money. And I invested only $40,000 and I was able to get it. That's not going to happen today. So
No,
it's
but
just
is that regulated by the county?
partly by the county and
Or
mostly
just-
by the state. Everything's regulated
Just
mostly by the state, but the
state.
county has a big say because of the Miami-Dade County Charter.
Okay.
But I have citations on a home-based business that is perfectly legal by the state standards, but the county is saying, we're not going to honor that. And no, and they've issued me citations, I have to take it to court. The only problem is the particular citations that they issued me, they can't find it now. And although I was able to find the court hearing, the court hearing's on a Sunday. It doesn't make sense. And there's a lot that doesn't make sense.
Courts
and these
are
are
open
things.
on the weekends?
No, they're not.
Oh,
But that's when it's scheduled for.
oh God.
But yet, when I ask for a public information, they can't find it. And they were issued last year, and still can't be found for neighborhood compliance and all that. So these are just stuff like that is something that the commission should be aware of. But yeah, I can sit here and talk all day.
I would just sign in.
Now, normally I do not sign in, but I will do this. I will say Skipper.
Okay.
It's actually also something that I do bring up, and reason for introduction for visiting. And then I rather not put my address. I rather not put my phone number. I don't mind putting the time in, which I would say 4:30 maybe, 4:25, 4:30 around there. Let's just ballpark it. And I'm not opposed to signing.
Can you put the date?
And I will put the dates. Today is the 17th, the 18th.
Tax day.
Yes, luckily I got that done early.
And then I could, maybe in preparation for a meeting, I could also have our legislative team come in, because we're also learning the process. And
I can show
when
you-
it comes to,
I can show you a lot, and this I can promise you, attorneys call me. All right, so there you have it, guys. I am going to say goodbye, and I thank you. I look forward to, I will email you, and then I look forward to meeting my commissioner. I would love to do it on camera if she's not opposed to it. Again, Cortadito came at me with not a happy light. I think she's a big supporter of Daniela Levine Cava, which is okay. And I still answered all of her questions, and that doesn't bother me. I like the press to do what the press does. And the readers or the viewers of whatever publication, they can decide for themselves if the journalist is being honest or being biased.
that is only fair.
That is only fair, right? So that would be my same thing. I would like to come in more as a journalist and as a member of the press, which everybody is, and just ask these questions. I don't expect answers, so I think it's fair. She does not have to answer anything, and I will make it very clear I'm not here for answers. I'm just here to make it aware of what's going on and show her the evidence of what's going on in the county. And the board can overrule anything that the mayor does, and the board can bring it to the mayor's attention. I know she's a massive supporter of the mayor, but this is still politics, and they can be friends in private. They can be, and she still has to hold the mayor accountable in public. Ultimately, I do not want to be mayor of Miami-Dade County. I don't want to go back to work, but I am doing it, and I will do the job if I feel like the people are being lied to, the people are being cheated, and I do feel like I can do a better job just by being transparent. And like you said, learning as I go.
Yeah.
And I'm going to bring the viewers along at every part. Make it exciting. Make this whole process, make local government exciting. Get people to watch the county YouTube channel, because at that point it would be a county YouTube channel. And just
and
show.
it's a great way. Well, me just personally, I think it's a great way to also show. So we don't have a lot of younger people interested in in government
No.
or anything.
It's
like
boring.
that. It is,
And it's a lot of lawyers.
but it's what affects you day to day.
That's right.
So,
Yeah.
I'm also learning a lot, and I'm trying to teach my friends along the way.
Good.
And it's better like this. That way, you grab something complicated, you simplify it down, and people can find avenues to get help because the county does have a lot of resources.
Mm-hmm.
It's just really sad to see it not used to its full potential.
Nowhere near. Nowhere near. And sometimes if someone is having a bad day in the county, whoever's on the other end of the line who's asking for questions, they're not going to get their questions answered. And I'm 50-50. Sometimes I get incredible service and my questions get answered. Other times it's a scoff and that's another department when it's not. It's just so, which is why I've resorted to
for them
this.
to reach out to their, if they're in District 2, obviously reach out here.
Mhm.
I'm usually the one that picks up the phone.
Excellent.
Me, Mr. Isma.
Mhm.
And we also have our resources or just like points of contacts. And because it could be really hard to navigate the whole thing. So we do reach out to departments on constituents' behalf. And I follow up. We have a
seems like you do.
whole separate system to set up. Say we get something done today. Well, I'm just going to follow up with you next week. And I'll put a certain date. And then if we have updates, good. If not, then there's a hello.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Roger. Thank you.
Thank you, Miguel.
Now, I'm going to head out. I do have one question.
Yeah.
How long has that cable downstairs been hanging that low
The one in the parking lot?
in the back parking lot?
That was from the rains.
The storm, right?
Yeah.
That's what I figured.
Now, what I'm understanding is, because I was also concerned about it, but those are like the tensioner cables, not the live wires.
That's fine.
But we're not going to do trapeze on there, are we?
No. I know I can't leave that way, so I can't exit that way. If it was 1 foot above my head, so I know a car can't. A car might be able to go through there, but my truck won't. What would be the process for that to be fixed?
We have to call Public Works and contact FPL.
Okay.
Because ultimately FPL is supposed to be in charge of running, maintaining the power lines.
Would that be considered an emergency, get them out here today kind of a thing? Sorry, that was
They
hard. I don't expect you to know the answer.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get you or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm just
No,
curious.
I would want them to get it fixed, but I don't know if the regulations for it.
I know. Okay, so he's busy. There's no reason for us to stick around there. He was very cordial, very nice. This was the reaction I was expecting. I do very much like Marlene Bastian, almost fanboyish. But again, it doesn't mean anything. I will hold politicians' feet to the fire no matter what. It's the same thing with Mayor Daniela Vincava. I genuinely like her. Genuinely, I think she's a very sweet, caring person. But they don't make the time to meet with me. I'm gonna put you on blast because this is politics, and you're messing with the day-to-day lives of everybody in the decisions that are being made in the county. So here's that low-lying wire again, and I do not know what is live and what is not. It definitely looks like it's live wire. He said it was not. I have no clue. I'm not saying that it is. I'm not saying that it's not. But I do see 3 lines there, and what I do know from power is you have 3 lines. There are 3 lines that come into my house. 2 hots, 1 ground, neutral. I think it's neutral. Essentially the same thing, but I'm not an electrician, so whatever. Don't judge me. But yeah, here it is. And literally, I can bring this up. I'm holding this selfie stick right up, way above it. There I am. So it's there, about a foot from my head. Let's see, out of the sun. Yeah, about a foot from my head. There it is. Anyway. All right, so I'm gonna put this on extra wide angle. I've turned in from 8th Avenue back there. I turned in to come this way. I just came here just to see if they fixed this power line. You can see how low it's hanging. I cannot get through there. So as of right now, yep, I cannot get through. And the guy indicated there's a power line here. You can see right there how low that was hanging before. This guy's taller than me. But it has not been fixed. It's been over a week since I've been to this office. I gotta finish this video, so I just wanted to come by, and this is like the end of it. That's a power line. I don't care what anybody says. That is a power line. On top is communication lines. But that right there, those thick wires, that is a power line. All right, there it is. No fixing. All right, bye. So there we have it, guys. I wanted to come by. I know there were some requests to meet with my commissioner. There's always a chance that I could win. And they better do the job. Because if they're not doing the job, and I'm a nobody out here with no help, and I'm revealing all these illegal things, and they're not listening to it, don't vote for me, but do what you got to do if you're not unhappy with the current situation. That's all it is. I'm out here because I'm so unhappy with the current situation. And how do you make a voice for yourself? Well, be a squeaky wheel, be a pain in the butt, and build a following. So here I am, trying to build a following, trying to keep you guys entertained, and just trying to do everything and anything that I can to see a better Miami-Dade County. Because the more of you get involved, the more I can do for the community, the more I can do for myself. Why lie? Everything that we do, every decision we make in life is selfish. It's just when you bring others along, you have a better chance of being successful. So that's my point. I'm bringing everybody here along, and I'm going to show you how government works, again, as best as I can. This here, making these videos, this is work. This is a lot of work. Don't vote for the skipper. Love you guys. I love my wife. I'll see you tomorrow.